Hey YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's toy review. And today it feels like that, yes, the days are getting very short. But what I'm actually not short of is that, hey, guess what? I've got plenty amount of energy to straightforward do a toy review today because guess what? I've actually found lots of toys. Apart from that Trackmaster / Tony Percy doing the rounds, pulling what looks like to be a long mixed traffic sort of train. As you can see, Percy's pulling passengers. He knows the way. And it looks like he's pulling his mail car, his cattle wagon, and his couple of tanker wagons. How snazzy is that? Very long train he is pulling along the way. Go, Percy, go. And the stuff that I've just found, it's just really wonderful to see. There's a very mixed variety of different things. But the first thing I'm going to straightforward take a look at in this video, and of course yes, I'll assemble it here because they're part of this set, is of course this train right here. This is a Thomas & Friends take along, is it Donald or Douglas obviously? I found this because obviously I just saw the train shape, that being a steam engine obviously. Obviously it's not Donald Duck, but this is of course Donald, one of the Scottish twins. Obviously it would have actually, I don't know, it feels like it's missing a tender. Very much tenderless. But a very nice reference model of Donald, one of the Caledonian Scottish twins. It's really banged around sort of model. As you can see, there's a lot of paint that has been missing around. Donald has been very much well loved by its owner. It's very well done. And as you can see, I think it's a learning curve toy. It's a very long time ago when I think about this. I've never ever collected Donald before because obviously alongside with Douglas, obviously, which is the other Scottish twin, obviously he's quite an extremely rare and difficult to find sort of model. And I'll tell you what, these things, mind you, if you saw these on eBay, they can be very difficult to really sell because obviously of how expensive they are. It's a 2002 model and he looks totally and utterly stunning. Scotland forever is what I could really describe this amazing looking train. And the most phenomenal part I would like about Donald and Douglas is their front looking boilers, especially when you take the face out. My goodness me, hey, you've got a very classy and very well known and recognisable engine. That being the Caledonian Railway 812. It's got magnets on the sides, obviously it's got couplings obviously at the front and the back. As I said before, it would have actually had a tender on the back. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a tender yet. But maybe I might collect another version of Donald or Douglas. Maybe from, let's just say, hey, eBay, I suppose, eh? Because, hey, I could get a Tony or Trackmaster one. Hey, that's actually wonderful. Beautiful find to collect take along Donald. That's an amazing find. Off he goes. And let's move on to something that's pretty much, let's just say, highly classic. And it's Hot Wheels. Okay, so I've been collecting quite a lot of Hot Wheels vehicles. And I tell you what, let me just go ahead and take them right over into the other room where the other Hot Wheels live. Okay, I'm going to follow Percy, but I'm actually going to walk right in front of Percy because obviously, hey, I'm going to walk into my chamber filled with all sorts of boxes, and guess what? This is, of course, the Hot Wheels playset. I haven't been playing around with this thing for a long period of time, and I'm going to straightforward move all of this weird random junk away in a sec, because, hey, let me just grab this giant behemoth. And it actually has accumulated a lot of dust, because I can tell you what, hey, after not playing for basically a month or so, this is what happens. You get a lot of dust being heavily exposed, and it can be a real health hazard if you're not very careful. Honestly, the best thing I'm going to do is straightforward have a look at these Hot Wheels cars, sit on the bed, and examine them all. Oh yeah, in fact, let's move away. Oh, that's weird, I haven't really covered about this fire engine set here. It's a fire station set. Sorry, I just said it was a fire engine, but there's no fire engine in there. Little people, fire station playset. It looks very kiddie looking, I suppose, eh? Mind you, it's got like a very weird trap door where the fireman would have actually landed on top of a fire engine. It would have actually had like a little fireman sort of set, and then you've also had like equipment and that sort of thing. Lego and Mega Bloks do some really good fire engine sets. The doors sort of go back and open up as well. Quite a very nice looking kid set. Fancy that. But what I'm actually after for is, of course, I think Little People, the people behind Little People are, of course, done by the same people who does, let's just say Mattel's, Hot Wheels and Barbie. Believe me or not, I think it's Fisher-Price. Fisher-Price is basically part of Mattel, you know. Right, let me just go ahead and slouch at the back, because I want to talk about these 3 Hot Wheels cars. Oh, this one here, that's a very gold one. Look at this. It looks very nicely finished. As you can just see, mind you, I've never ever thought of picking this one up. It looks like a Le Mans style car. It's a 2013 toy, a high-tech missile. To be honest, that looks like something that we would find on, maybe I'd probably guess, like a Star Warsy themed sort of car, because obviously that colour does remind me of C-3PO. But yes, it's quite a very funky looking car. Dorado Racing, number 79. AJ77, it's quite interesting. And most importantly, if you look very closely, the Hot Wheels logo, and also these amazing looking wheels. But what I really don't seem to see is Hot Wheels cars which actually have proper rubber tires. That might be a feature that might be part of other Hot Wheels vehicles, especially on the much more special models, I think. And I love the interior design in this thing. Moving on to another car. Okay, so this one here, what's it called? Maximum Leeway Racing. That's quite a very unusual looking color. It's also got like white wheels. That's pretty unusual, isn't it? It's a 2012 model. It reminds me of a cross between NASCAR and a dragster racer. Good God, hey. Someone must have straightforward hooked in and made this car look really, really wacky. Pretty Americanized car. And then we've also got this weird looking, strange car. Is this? Oh, it's a Max Speeder. Have I got the same model? I can't really remember. Obviously, you know, with Hot Wheels, they seem to make some really decent models. Now, that's one of the most fairly awesome things about this toy range. There's just a great diversity of toy cars. Anyways, let me just play them on this amazingly large playset, which is, of course, the Hot Wheels Mega Garage set. There is another car that's just straight fallen. Most of these cars are actually, yeah, they're a bit too long. They're not really going to work well in this playset, which is probably a bad choice, as one I would have actually assumed. Maybe this NASCAR, let's just say muscular car thing, obviously can work. And oops, sorry, I forgot to rejoin playset. Right, let me just put that car down there and see how it goes. And there's actually fireworks at the background here. That's that noise that's actually outside there. Oops, sorry about that. I've just knocked over some Hot Wheels cars. And who's playing fireworks in the background? You think there's any fireworks outside? I'm just going to open this window here. Can I see any more fireworks? No, I can't see any more at the moment. Maybe there will be throughout the whole video. But anyways, I'm just going to straightforward move away from the spooky scene, and hey, let's look at something else. Well, it seems like, hey, even though as sad as this sounds, with the Hot Wheels having pretty long bodies, oh man, that's not a great sign. Anyways, you might be thinking, hey, you haven't shown that blue car going up towards the elevator. Well, there you go. Most phenomenal part is get the Hot Wheels cars back into the... Oh, okay. It's going back again. Almost sort of getting stuck. And back to where it was. And there's a small car that's just straightforward flipped over. But hey, let me just move something else apart from Hot Wheels. And again, I'm just going to straightforward walk past by Tommy Purdy, pulling his long train and that sort of stuff like that. Hey, just wonderful, isn't it? Okay, the next thing on the straightforward have a look at is this weird looking Disney Pixar's Cars toy. Now, obviously, it's Mack, Obviously, it looks very, very cool, but the most unfortunate part is his exhaust pipe. Yes, as you can see, it's broken. Because obviously, it's a cheap and nasty and dark side knockoff product that I've just purchased for 50 pence. Yes, I said pence and not pounds. Obviously, the quality on this is just absolutely terrible. I mean, it does look like Mack, but it's not Mack. Going by the design of the actual truck. Obviously, yes. Again, one thing that really doesn't seem to let this design very, very well is the fact that, hey, we are dealing with a nasty knockoff product. The cap seems straightforward, rigid to straightforward be broken. But hey, maybe in another video's time, I'm going to straightforward smash this thing up into its own pieces. I mean, that's the problem when you go to charity shops. You often see real McCoy toys like this and cheap knockoff imitations which look like this. So I'd probably spend my money on buying Donald. But this thing here can be straightforward smashed into pieces once I get Mr. Shovel. It would have actually had like a little trailer at the back because it's got like that hole on the back obviously. But there's none, strangely enough somehow. But anyways, that's probably about it. But let me just show you the very last product that I'm just going to show you. Let me do a jump cut here. And of course it's this. And when I first came across this product, a knockoff toy. Okay, so it's actually a very interesting looking police headquarters sort of toy here. It's got like a little lever, which I think it's like a very weird drawbridge at the back that sort of, you know, opens and closes. I don't know how it works. It's kind of a bit strange if you ask me. And it's also got these doors, which they actually open the back, which is a tad awkward and a bit strange for a set like this. It would have came like other vehicles, like, let's just say a police car, but what we've got is some sort of SWAT team police truck, which says number 65 on the front. There's no features in the back, it's a bit of a model, but at least it's not, of course it's got plastic on the back. Of course, yes, it's obviously it's not going to fall apart in your hands. And I mean, when I first saw this, I immediately thought it was a knockoff. And let me just have a look at the helicopter here. Obviously, it's like a European-styled helicopter. Probably the worst aspect is just how delicate this plastic is. Even on the tail, it's even more worse compared to, like, let's just say, the little landing frames. Obviously, I think that's what they call them. Yes, the rotor does spin very, very nicely, and same with the back propeller as well too. Pretty nice, isn't it? Obviously, it's just a generic police helicopter. That's all you just read. It says police in it, nothing else but just lazy. And then we've also got these weird, cheap-looking soldiers. I mean, when I look at that, they're actually police, but to me, they actually look a lot much more like the soldier figures that I've reviewed so many times. And apart from the soldier-like officers, there's these little oil drum barrel things and these weird-looking emergency bars. Now, I wonder what's with these two being part of the set while you have just 3 of these. I don't know how, but I paid £2 for this. And when I actually purchased this set, the box was actually straightforward broken up and damaged. So, luckily enough, I did straightforward take out most, if not all, of the components of this set. And it's quite a bit unusually awkward considering that when I saw this, I immediately thought it was a knockoff toy, but no. Strange enough, it still has the assets of what I would probably presume feels more like a real McCoy toy. It's a generic, it's a cheap looking toy, but at least that truck is not falling on my hands. And same with that helicopter, although I think these bits are going to fall apart in my hands just because of how very, let's just say, low and shoddy the plastic really is. But hey, that's just me speaking as a consumer, and obviously that's going to be about it for today's charity shop haul video, as I call it. And hopefully from tomorrow, I'm going to smash up this fake knockoff Mack from Disney Pixar Cars in another video, because hey, it would be fun just to see that being totally destroyed out of nowhere. But anyways, if you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a very good like, subscribe more for that videos in the future, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.